Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Namaduhu wa nasalli ala Rasulil Kareem. Brothers, sisters, respected elders, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sadiq Khan poses as a moderate Muslim who has fought against extremists and has championed human rights. The truth, however, is radically different. According to Labour's Muslim candidate for London Mayor, Sadiq Khan, electing a Muslim would, quote, say something about our confidence as a city. But the fact remains, Khan has a long and unbroken career of collaboration and involvement with Islamists, hate preachers, terrorist godfathers, sexists, homophobes and downright extremists. It is a frightening prospect that by Friday this man will be Mayor of London. So let's examine his past. At a rally in Trafalgar Square, attended by thousands of Muslims following the publication of cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad in 2006, an extremist Muslim leader threatened, quote, fire throughout the world. And who was a keynote speaker at the rally, where the black flag of jihad was on display? Yes, you guessed it, Sadiq Khan. Between 2008 and 2012, Khan promoted organisations that advocated violence against women, that have been accused in Parliament of spreading anti-Semitism and homophobia, and staged events featuring extremists and terrorists. Khan was also filmed delivering a speech at the Global Peace and Unity Festival in 2008, organised by the Islam Channel, which Ofcom found guilty of extremism both before and after Khan's appearance. In 2012, Khan gave a speech at the opening of a conference held by the Federation of Student Islamic Societies, or FOSIS for short, which has run gender-segregated events at universities and welcomed hate preachers onto campuses. FOSIS was condemned by Home Secretary Theresa May for its failure to, quote, fully challenge terrorist and extremist ideology. In 2011, there was an effort to bar the group from involvement with the all-party parliamentary group on Islamophobia, on account of its links to extremism. Khan led the Labour MPs who argued that it should not be banned. Davis Lewin, Deputy Director and Head of Policy and Research at the Henry Jackson Society think tank, said, quote, London is one of the world's biggest targets for terrorists. If Mr. Khan is not going to stand up against jihadism, he should not be mayor. Khan spoke at a 2003 conference alongside a man convicted of terrorism and a militant who helped train the ringleader of the 7/7 bomb attacks. Yasser al-Siri had been sentenced to death in Egypt over a political assassination attempt, while another speaker was Sajil Shahid. Shahid called for violence and attacks against British troops and ran a training camp in Pakistan where known terrorists learned how to make bombs and fire rocket-propelled grenades. One of his trainees was Mohammed Sadiq Khan, the man who led the gang of 4 suicide bombers on 7/7. At the meeting, Khan gave a speech about representing a 9/11 conspirator and criticised 2 government anti-terrorism bills for, quote, targeting Muslim groups. Khan has also spoke at a political meeting in an Islamic centre where women were told to use a separate entrance. Throughout his legal career before becoming an MP, Khan coached people on how to sue the police. Khan spoke at an event about the Palestinian conflict in 2004 alongside a Hamas supporter, a preacher who backed an Islamic State, a man who led a boycott of Holocaust Memorial Day in 2005, and a Muslim leader who called for attacks on the Royal Navy if it blocked arms smuggling in Gaza. Also on the platform was a controversial vicar, Reverend Dr. Stephen Sizer, who was forbidden by the Church of England from using any social media for 6 months in 2015 after he had used it to spout conspiracy theories that Israel was responsible for 9/11. A close and trusted aide to Khan recently quit after a series of damaging revelations emerged, including pictures of him brandishing a gun and boasting that he could be hired as a hitman. Shuaib Salah also claimed that Lee Rigby's killing was faked and posted a series of sexist, racist and homophobic comments on Twitter. The revelations raised serious questions about Sadiq Khan's judgment in hiring Mr. Salah. At a recent funeral in South London, Khan, the local Labour MP, shook hands with convicted terrorist Babar Ahmed, a man who has been blamed for inspiring a generation of extremists, including the gang behind the London bombings of 7/7. This happened only a few months ago, around the time of Khan's nomination as Labour mayoral candidate. After becoming an MP, Khan supported Ahmed, a convicted terrorist who was fighting extradition to the United States, presenting a petition of 18,000 signatures to the then Home Secretary, Charles Clarke. Both before and after Khan became an MP, he shared speaking platforms with Stop Political Terror, a group supported by a man dubbed the Bin Laden of the Internet. Anwar al-Awlaki, an imam linked to Al-Qaeda, preached to 3 of the 9/11 hijackers and became the first American to be targeted and killed in a US drone strike. Stop Political Terror later merged with CAGE, a London campaign group that described the notorious ISIS executioner Jihadi John as, quote, a beautiful young man. During his career as a human rights lawyer, Khan represented corrupt police officer Ali Dizaweh, who was jailed for attempting to pervert the course of justice and misconduct in public office, as well as Louis Farrakhan, the notorious American leader of the Nation of Islam. Farrakhan has labelled white people as devils, described Jews as bloodsuckers, and called Hitler a very great man. A local Muslim in Tooting, Khan's local constituency, recently said, quote, Khan is representing us not only as an MP, but also as a Muslim. This is a Muslim area. Sadiq Khan is a dangerous extremist and has been pushed to the forefront by the new left-wing extremist fringe that has taken over the Labour Party. The only party that has confronted and campaigned against Islamic extremists like Khan is Britain First.
I am not like other politicians. I grew up on a London council estate and I have seen my city transformed by mass immigration and political correctness. British people are treated like second-class citizens in their own city. I want to see British people put first for a change. That memorial behind me symbolises the millions of war heroes who fought and died to keep this country British. In just 50 years, those millions have been betrayed.
Britain First is the voice of the silent majority, and we are sick to death of greedy politicians treating British people like second-class citizens. Enough is enough. British people deserve to live without the fear of terrorism. British people deserve to have their say on mass immigration. British people deserve to be put first in their own country.
A vote for any of the others is a wasted vote. Things will carry on exactly the same way they always have. I'm asking you to help me undo the damage that all the other parties have done to London over the years. If you care about your country, if you care about London, if you want a future for British children, then vote Britain First on the 5th of May.
On Thursday, the 5th of May, you will be given 3 separate ballot papers for the London elections. Please use the orange ballot paper to vote for Britain First.